Download this audiobook for free today at theaudiobook.co.uk.
Comes to parenting. This will include how to work with feelings, yours and theirs, how to attune yourself to your children so that you can learn to understand them better, and how to have a real connection with them rather than getting stuck in exhausting patterns of conflict or withdrawal. I take the long-term view on parenting rather than a tips and tricks approach. I'm interested in how we can relate to our children rather than how we can manipulate them. In this book, I encourage you to look at your own babyhood and childhood experiences so that you can pass on the good that was done to you by your own upbringing and hold back on the less helpful aspects of it. I'll be looking at how we can make all our relationships better and good for our children to grow up among. I'll cover how our attitudes in pregnancy can have a bearing on our future bond with our child, and how to be with a baby, a child, an adolescent or an adult child, so that you can have a relationship with them that is a source of strength to them and satisfaction to you. And, along the way, have far fewer battles about getting them dressed, fed, washed and put to bed. This book is for parents who not only love their children, but want to like them too. Part 1. Your Parenting Legacy. The cliché is true. Children do not do what we say, they do what we do. Before we even consider the behaviour of our children, it's useful, essential even, to look at their first role models, and one of them is you. This section is all about you, because you will be a major influence on your child. In it, I'll give examples of how the past can affect the present when it comes to your relationship with your child. I will talk about how a child can often trigger old feelings in us that we then mistakenly act on in our dealings with them. I'll also be looking at the importance of examining our own inner critic, so we do not pass too much of its damaging effects onto the next generation. The past comes back to bite us and our children. A child needs warmth and acceptance, physical touch, your physical presence, love plus boundaries, understanding, play with people of all ages, soothing experiences, and a lot of your attention and your time. Oh, so that's simple then. The book can end here, except it can't, because things get in the way. Your life can get in the way. Circumstances, childcare, money, school, work, lack of time, busyness. And this is not an exhaustive list, as you know. But what can get in the way more than any of this, however, is what was given to us when we ourselves were babies and children. If we don't look at how we were brought up and the legacy of that, it can come back to bite us. You might have found yourself saying something along the lines of, "I opened my mouth and my mother's words came out." Of course, if theirs were words that made you feel wanted, loved and safe as a child, that would be fine. But so often they are words that did the opposite. What can get in the way are things like our own lack of confidence, our pessimism, our defences, which block our feelings, and our fear of being overwhelmed by feelings. Or, when it comes specifically to relating to our children, it could be what irritates us about them, our expectations for them or our fears for them. We are but a link in a chain, stretching back through millennia and forward until who knows when. The good news is you can learn to reshape your link, and this will improve the life of your children and their children, and you can start now. You don't have to do everything that was done to you. You can ditch the things that were unhelpful. If you are a parent or you're going to be one, you can unpack and become familiar with your childhood. Examine what happened to you, how you felt about it then, how you feel about it now, and after having done that unpacking and taken a good look at it,